Prologue. When Jamie and Renee first connected. Jamie and Renee met at a friend's rooftop gathering one warm summer evening. They laughed easily, spoke of books and travels, and discovered a shared taste for late-night drives. As their bond deepened, they felt safe to explore one another's desires. In those private moments, they stumbled onto a terrain neither had fully understood: the profound psychology beneath oral intimacy. 1. A mirror of trust. How vulnerability begets closeness. Early in their relationship, Renee worried whether asking for what she wanted might push Jamie away. Yet, Jamie's gentle willingness to listen and learn became a testament to their trust. Psychological insight. Granting a partner the power to give and receive oral pleasure involves high vulnerability. Studies show that when one person feels safe enough to expose their most sensitive parts, literally and figuratively, they're signaling deep emotional trust. This vulnerability, when met with respect and enthusiasm, reinforces the bond more strongly than many other sexual acts. Behavioral takeaway. Couples who practice open feedback and respond kindly to each other's needs tend to report higher overall relationship satisfaction, not just sexually but in everyday emotional support. 2. Dopamine's delight. Oral intimacy as a reward system primer. One lazy Sunday afternoon, Jamie surprised Renee with a makeshift picnic at the park. Under the shade of a sprawling oak, their playful teasing led to a cascade of shared laughter, and of course, more. Psychological insight. Oral stimulation taps into the brain's mesolimbic pathway, the same circuitry that lights up when we savor flavorful foods or receive social praise. Dopamine surges reinforce positive emotions, cementing associations between a partner's presence and deep pleasure. Behavioral takeaway. Because oral intimacy can trigger intense dopamine responses, partners often feel more drawn to repeat the experience, thereby creating a positive feedback loop that nurtures both physical desire and emotional connection. 3. The evolutionary underpinnings. A mate retention strategy? Late one night, they stumbled upon an article proposing that oral intimacy might have ancestral roots. Intrigued, they debated over coffee whether our forebears invented it, or rediscovered something instinctual. Psychological insight. From an evolutionary standpoint, any behavior that increases pair bond strength and reduces the chance of infidelity can confer reproductive advantages. By enhancing mutual satisfaction, oral intimacy may serve as a mate retention strategy, helping partners feel more fulfilled and less likely to stray. Behavioral takeaway. Recognizing this evolutionary backdrop helps partners approach oral acts not just as fleeting pleasures but as investments in relationship stability and mutual loyalty. 4. Language beyond words. How comfort with oral intimacy translates to communication. One evening, after an awkward misunderstanding about weekend plans, Renee confessed she was nervous asking for what she truly desired. They realized that their hesitations in the bedroom mirrored hesitations in everyday talk. Psychological insight. Comfort giving and receiving oral pleasure often parallels comfort in discussing desires, boundaries, and fears. The nonverbal negotiation, adjusting speed, pressure, rhythm, teaches partners to read subtle cues and verbalize preferences more openly. Behavioral takeaway. Couples who cultivate this silent dialogue in the bedroom tend to carry it into their day-to-day lives, leading to clearer, more compassionate communication and fewer resentments. 5. Ego and esteem. The double-edged sword of desire. As their intimacy deepened, Renee noticed a boost in her own self-image, feeling cherished and admired. But on days when she felt insecure, pressure to perform dampened her enjoyment. Psychological insight. Being desired can lift self-esteem and body confidence. Oxytocin and dopamine working in tandem create a heady mix of validation. Conversely, unrealistic expectations or shame around oral acts can chip away at self-worth, especially if a partner is dismissive or critical. Behavioral takeaway: healthy sexual relationships foster mutual affirmation. When partners consistently reassure each other, through words and actions, they buffer against the negative self-talk that can arise from societal taboos or personal insecurities. 6. Cultural currents: how upbringing shapes attitudes and experiences. Jamie grew up in a household where sex was never discussed. Courses on human sexuality felt clinical and distant. Renee, by contrast, attended a liberal arts college where frank conversation about pleasure was encouraged. Their backgrounds collided in surprising ways. Psychological insight: attitudes toward oral intimacy are heavily colored by cultural, religious, and educational backgrounds. In more conservative environments, it may be stigmatized or shame-laden. In open societies, viewed as a natural extension of affection. Behavioral takeaway: awareness of these cultural lenses helps partners navigate misunderstandings. Patience and gentle education can transform anxiety into curiosity and even excitement. 7. The oxytocin orchestra: bonding hormones at play. On a rainy afternoon, they found themselves cuddling on the couch. One thing led to another, and in the soft aftermath, they lay entwined, both feeling an unmistakable warmth. Psychological insight: like hugging, kissing, and other close contact, oral intimacy triggers oxytocin release. This love hormone fosters feelings of trust, reduces stress, and promotes a sense of security, key ingredients for long-term attachment. Behavioral takeaway: recognizing this chemical reinforcement encourages couples to prioritize quality intimate time, knowing it not only feels good but biologically cements their partnership. Epilogue: a deeper understanding. By the time autumn rolled around, Jamie and Renee felt more connected than ever. They'd moved beyond awkward first attempts and self-consciousness. Instead, they'd cultivated a shared language of trust, pleasure, and respect, rooted in 7 powerful psychological insights. Oral intimacy, they learned, is far more than a taboo thrill. It's a window into each partner's emotional world, a catalyst for communication, and a dance of neurochemicals that bind two people together. Embracing its complexities, and the stories it tells, can lead to richer, more fulfilling relationships both in the bedroom and beyond. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Don't Give Up. Let's continue exploring life's challenges and insights together.